Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Johnston, one of the founders of SiteGuardian, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to set one up. It's pretty straightforward, anybody can do it within a few minutes, and you'll just need a Guardian and a cell phone. Included in the packaging is a reset tool here that I'm going to use to push the reset button on the side of the unit, and that's going to wake it up when I see the white light turn on. So now that the Guardian is awake, the white light is on, we know that we're in configuration mode. And the Guardian is now broadcasting a Wi-Fi hotspot that you can connect to just like you would any other Wi-Fi network on your cell phone. So I'm going to get out my phone here. I have a Samsung Galaxy S22, but it works the same on Android and iPhone. There's no special apps or software. Everything is handled on the device side. So I'm going to go to the connection manager. I'm going to pick Wi-Fi. And I'm going to select the Guardian from the list of networks that appeared here. Perfect. So now we have the captive portal open. The next step is going to be to get it online through a local Wi-Fi network. When it booted up, it scanned for local networks, and it's going to show all of them right here. I'd like to use my home network, and this one does have a password, so I'm going to have to enter that right here. And now I can proceed to the connection check. This is just going to make sure that I have a usable internet connection for this Guardian's network. So now that we're online, the next step is to download the latest firmware for this Guardian. So I'm going to allow that, and this process usually takes about a minute. Firmware updates are free for everybody for all of SiteGuardian. They're fully automated, and we just check for this when you set your Guardian up to guarantee that you've got all of the latest stuff. Almost finished. There we go. So I've got the latest firmware. All that's left is to restart my device. Now, when I do this, it's going to turn off the Wi-Fi, and I'm going to have to reconnect to it again using my cell phone. So let's give it permission to restart. And now it's going to take a moment for that Wi-Fi network to reappear in my Wi-Fi menu here on my cell phone. I'm going to scan again. There it is. So now I'm connected to the Guardian again, but this time I've got the full firmware for this unit here. I can visit the About page to tell me more about this Guardian, make sure that all of the onboard sensors are working okay, and if there's anything wrong with the unit, it'll tell me on this page here, along with what version of the firmware I'm using and this unit's unique MAC address. This is good for tracking down which Guardian is which. So my sensor's looking good, no problems here. I am going to proceed through the setup process. If I wanted to, I could change the Wi-Fi network, but I'm happy with just using the same one I connected to, and it still remembers that. So let's proceed to the update check, but there won't be anything to download since we just updated. Okay, so we're online through the same Wi-Fi network. We have the latest firmware. Now we can proceed through the rest of the setup. And you can see that nice progress bar at the top. That tells you how far through the process you are. So next up is to pick where I am. I'm located in the Eastern time zone, so I'm going to select that. And now I can pick which operating mode I would like to use. I'll briefly talk about all of them here, but this video is only going to tell you how to set up Sentry mode. So Sentry mode is our paid experience. The first 3 months are on us after you purchase your Guardian, so you don't have to pay anything for the first 3 months. If you decide that Sentry mode isn't for you, Report mode and Alert mode are completely free, but they're a bit more limited in their functionality. Report mode will wake up, take a measurement, and then go back to sleep. It'll do that for a couple hours or a couple of days, whatever you've set it to, and then it will email you a text file with all of those measurements, and you can import it into whatever databasing software you like. That could be Excel, whatever you want. It'll give you all your measurements that have been collected. Alert mode is designed to notify you if there's a problem. You can set some set points, and if your Guardian notices a measurement outside of that, you'll start getting notification emails to let you know that something needs attention. Sentry mode rolls all of that into our online service so you can manage everything from the dashboard. So it's a paid service, but it's much more convenient and user-friendly. So I'm going to pick Sentry Mode. And next up is for me to give it my email address. This is the same one I used when I created my account. And in this case, it's SiteGuardianTesting plus 003 at gmail.com. It's the same email address I've been using for all of these videos so far. So let's enter that now. Okay, so I've got my email address entered. And now I'm going to enter the password used for that account. Same thing that you'd use for the online dashboard. So now that I've entered my email address and password used for my SiteGuardian account, next up it just needs to verify that all of that is okay before asking me for permission to add this Guardian to my account. All right, password and email address checked out. Now I just need to give it permission to be added. Let's go ahead and do that. Very good. So this Guardian is now registered to my account, and all that's left is to do some final review on the device side. So it's going to use Sentry Mode. It's registered to SiteGuardian Testing plus 003 at gmail.com. That's the correct account. It'll connect to the home Wi-Fi network when it needs to. And on the device side, that's it. Everything has been configured. So I'm going to hit Finish. That will turn off the Wi-Fi captive portal. And now the device is taking measurements when it needs to, and it's going to send them to SiteGuardian. By default, we have this set to 10 minutes. So it'll wake up every 10 minutes, send all of its measurements to SiteGuardian, and then go back to sleep for 10 minutes, and that's it. I can reconfigure what it does using our online dashboard, and I'll be covering that in a future video. Alright, so now that everything's been set up on the device side, let's take a closer look at the website. I can hop over to my emails here and I can see that a new Guardian just got added to my account. I can go through its user manual and datasheet if I'd like to learn more about this Guardian, but I'm just going to head straight over to the website, and we can see here in my development company that a new Guardian has been added, along with its latest measurement, some basic information about it, and in a future video I'm going to be covering over how to adjust all of your settings and how to set up email and text notifications. And that's it. It just takes a few minutes to add a Guardian to your account and make sure that everything's working properly. Stay tuned for the rest of our how-to video series, and thanks for watching. Bye now.